Imagine a place where the wisdom of the world was gathered in one sanctuary. Every scroll, every discovery, every story from distant lands, all resting under one roof. That was the dream of the Library of Alexandria. For centuries, it has captured our imagination as humanity's greatest archive of knowledge. But just as quickly as it rose, it vanished, leaving behind one of history's most haunting mysteries. What exactly was lost when the flames consumed Alexandria? Origins: the vision of the Ptolemies. Imagine a kingdom not satisfied with swords and crowns, but hungry for wisdom itself. In the 3rd century BCE, the Ptolemies, heirs of Alexander the Great, dreamed of making Alexandria the very heart of human knowledge. Their ambition was ruthless yet brilliant. Every ship that entered the harbor was searched, every scroll or manuscript seized, copied, and locked away in the great library. Science, medicine, philosophy, astronomy, literature, nothing was beyond their grasp. The collection swelled into hundreds of thousands of texts, maybe close to 1 million. What they built was not just a library, but a universe of thought, a place where the world's wisdom pulsed like a living heart. Knowledge without borders. Picture a single place where the world's greatest minds came together: Greece, Egypt, Babylon, India, and maybe even China. Imagine Euclid, the father of geometry, walking alongside Archimedes, the genius of mechanics, their works preserved for eternity. The Library of Alexandria wasn't owned by one culture. It belonged to all of humanity. Within those walls might have been cures for forgotten diseases, maps of uncharted worlds, or inventions we still struggle to understand. It was a beacon, not of one nation, but of the entire human mind reaching for the impossible. The Scholars of Alexandria. Step inside and you'd meet giants of thought: Eratosthenes, who measured the earth with astonishing accuracy; Hero of Alexandria, tinkering with the first steam engines; Callimachus, cataloging knowledge in ways that shaped modern libraries. This wasn't just a warehouse of scrolls, it was alive. Ideas clashed, experiments sparked, and visions of the future took root. Here, humanity dared to think bigger than kingdoms, bigger than lifetimes. The library was not just a building, it was imagination given walls. The first fire, Julius Caesar and the siege. But brilliance is fragile. In 48 BCE, during Julius Caesar's campaign, fire swept through Alexandria's harbor. Flames lit the sky, spreading into the city. Ancient writers whisper that part of the library itself was lost that day. Was it truth or exaggeration? No one can say for sure. But for many, that first fire became a wound, an omen that knowledge, once gathered, could so easily be consumed by chaos. Was this the beginning of the end? Or just one scar among many? The later destructions, a mystery of history. Centuries rolled on, and the fate of the library grew darker. Some say Emperor Aurelian's soldiers tore through the city. Others accuse Christian zealots of burning pagan scrolls. Legends even claim Muslim conquerors used the parchments as fuel for baths. Historians argue endlessly, yet one truth stands unshaken. By the Middle Ages, the great library was gone. Whether destroyed in fire, war, or neglect, its end became one of the most haunting mysteries history ever left behind. What was lost? And so the question burns, what vanished with it? Did entire philosophies disappear, voices erased from time? Were there cures hidden in those scrolls, centuries ahead of their age? Did maps lie within, showing worlds unknown? Some even dream of lost blueprints for machines, flight, electricity, engines far before their time. Perhaps we'll never know. But what we do know, the lost plays of Sophocles, forgotten histories, shattered scientific works, still reminds us that progress is fragile and knowledge can die. Myth versus reality. But the story isn't so simple. Some historians whisper that the library's legend may have been exaggerated. Maybe it was never as vast as we picture. Maybe its destruction wasn't one blazing inferno, but a slow, fading centuries of neglect, war, and indifference. No single night of flames, but a silent erosion. And in some ways, that truth is even more tragic. Knowledge didn't vanish with a roar. It slipped away quietly, without anyone realizing, until it was gone forever. The symbol of knowledge and power. Yet no matter what the facts were, the library became something greater than itself, a symbol. It stood for the soaring heights of human curiosity and the crushing depths of human carelessness. It showed how fragile wisdom truly is when locked in fragile papyrus and parchment. And it whispered a lesson: knowledge is power. So powerful that kings hoarded it, conquerors feared it, and sometimes destroyed it. Its ruins may be invisible, but its shadow still falls across history, a reminder of our brilliance and our blindness. Lessons for today. Our digital Alexandria. Look around you. Today, we live in a new Alexandria, the internet. Billions of books, videos, and voices stored in fragile servers. But just like the ancient scrolls, this treasure is not invincible. One blackout, one crash, one act of censorship, and vast knowledge could disappear in a heartbeat. The library's warning is clear. Don't only mourn what was lost, protect what we have now. Because wisdom, if not guarded, can vanish again. The eternal flame of curiosity. Though the library itself turned to dust, its dream never died. Humanity's hunger to preserve, to share, to pass on wisdom still burns. Every library, every school, every digital archive is its echo. And maybe, just maybe, that is the library's greatest legacy. Not the scrolls that perished, but the fire of curiosity that refuses to be extinguished. The Library of Alexandria teaches us this. Knowledge is fragile, but the pursuit of it, unstoppable. The human side of loss. It's easy to imagine parchment curling in flames, shelves collapsing into ash. But pause and think of the people. The scholars who gave their lives to collect fragments of truth, suddenly watching it all vanish. For them, it wasn't just scrolls, it was memory, culture, purpose. Every destroyed text was a silenced voice. Every lost scroll, a dream erased. The tragedy of Alexandria wasn't only about knowledge, it was about the guardians of wisdom and the generations who would never hear it. Echoes in other libraries. And the echo of this loss didn't stop in Egypt. Centuries later, Baghdad's House of Wisdom fell to fire in 1258. In the Americas, countless indigenous codices were burned during conquest. Each time, civilizations lost part of their soul. Alexandria wasn't the only story. It became the archetype, the first great warning of how fragile wisdom truly is. Its shadow stretches across time, urging us, never take knowledge for granted. The dream reborn. But the dream didn't die in smoke. On Egypt's coast today stands the Bibliotheca Alexandrina, opened in 2002, a modern tribute to the ancient vision. Millions of books, digital archives, global collaboration. It cannot bring back the lost scrolls, but it proves something greater, that humanity refuses to let wisdom vanish again. It is a promise carved in stone and glass. Libraries may burn, but our thirst for knowledge is eternal. The flame of curiosity lives on, stronger than fire, brighter than time.